EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. And now, please welcome your 2028 San Francisco 49ers.
On the Tampa Bay side of the field, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Across the field, Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers. His side also occupying playoff positions, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason. Happy y'all could join us. Thanks for being here. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. Eddie Pinheiro just about set. And we're underway here in Santa Clara. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1 and 2 yards there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion. That's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Second down now, they need 7. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Continuing to move past the 45. Oh, he drops and cuts at the right sideline. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
49-yard gain. And a first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Once again, Irving. And also ready just a lone yard. That brings up second down. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Slot man motioned over. Third down, here's Mayfield. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. but that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Aubrey puts it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down. Special teams does their job. And now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back to the 27. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Stafford.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
He is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On first down, here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up second down. Stafford from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Give here on second. All he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
250.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Flushed out of the pocket. The third down throw falls incomplete.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you got to execute, convert on these third downs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. He dodged the tackle. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Baker. Into traffic, complete. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Brought down by Fred Warner. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. It's a Bucca on the slant. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That'll be the first and more. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers break the tie here in the first. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You played tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Buccaneers 3.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Catch made left side by Bucca. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They'll give it to Irving on the option. Spins out of one side. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
A gain of 36 yards. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast from my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. A gain of 15. And the
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. There's the give to Irving. Running in the red zone. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Throwing is Stafford on third. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down. That's third down.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Baker now from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Irving on the counter. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 38 out of the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They pick the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Short pass brought in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 10.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The 49ers, then Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Waiting! What happened?
Plowing up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Design bootleg here. The Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Got to be pretty good after it. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody in that offense.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Yellow waiting! Yellow waiting!
They pick the handoff now. Stafford throwing to the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. It picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Stafford now on 3rd down. It's caught. Pearsall has it. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now here's Cam Scannable on the ground. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jack Sawyer working hard, making the stop. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Pulled in by his back, Scadaboo. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Brock as they force this 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Mayfield now from the gun. This is hauled in by Allen on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 27. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the Buccaneers facing a 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Gain of 29 yards. First down.
It's a design boom. Connects on the crosser. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's out of bounds after a gain of about 8, so a nice pickup there, 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Motioning right is Buka. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Mayfield's able to get him the first down before sliding to a stop.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and goal. Here's Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime.
Down, Buccaneers.
No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11.
49ers 13.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This makes it up to the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Ready! Ready, hot! 180!
1st and 10, here's Stafford. He put everything he had into this one. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a one-score game before halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
No, he loves to do this. Kyle Shanahan telling his offense to stay out there, tack on 2 more. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
49ers 21.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. Escapes a defender. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. They motion the slot man right. First down throw here. Mayfield. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Trey Harris. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 58 yards for the score. The Chargers come away with a victory. They win by 6. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's Kyron Williams. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. The Rams get a much-needed win as they move back to 500 at 5-5. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Cowboys. And it's Brock Purdy hooking up with his man for the touchdown here. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
High-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a third-quarter lead. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead.
24.
Watching one kick get taken back, partner. Let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter.
What's that? 20!
They're going to start the half. We'll give to Irving. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
They're set up at the 35 now. On the give, this is Irving. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Rick Martin making that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completes this one to Otten. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Baker now off the play fake. He's got it. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Irvin here from the gun. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 31-yard line.
Baker now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7.
180!
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Aubrey puts it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Yellow waiting! Yellow waiting!
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Set! 280!
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Throwing now, Stafford. Dumps it off to his running back. They won't find much there as it reaches the 41. That play made by Jacob Parrish. 3rd down, they need 7. No throw, 3rd and long. Into the hands of Kittle. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Lady!
They'll run here on 1st down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know what this is, kid? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Good. 180.
Throwing, Baker. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Buccaneers.
Make the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
All right, here we go, Brock. Todd Bowles believing in his offense. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversions.
They send him straight up the middle. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
Buccaneers 35, 49ers 28.
You know, this game could be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line, rushing football at its finest.
Has this at the 6. He's got a lead up past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Coach Kyle Shanahan ushering his 49ers offense back to the field. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Hey, 5-0. Set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Buccaneers and Emeka Egbuka ready to get to work now. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Putting the tight end in motion. First down, looking to throw. Mayfield will dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
This is third down.
Back now, pressure coming. That's caught for the first. Free inside the 30. To the 10. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10.
Set. Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Set. Tonight. Lady.
Give now to the running back. Get some space around midfield. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Stafford from the gun. Going deep here for the end zone. And they can't connect. On the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
He brings it in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Throwing to Stafford on third. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Desperation time here on fourth. Going all the way to the end zone here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, well, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
We give to Irving to start this drive. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Short pass. Oh, he lost the football. Well, it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. He's got this at the 27. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Catch made. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er first down. Stafford now off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Ready. Go 20.
To throw, Stafford. Pearson on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Line and set. Here we go, first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Headed out right. It's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Set. 180.
It's Stafford once more. Cut near the goal line. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. George Kittle, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Two-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The 49ers will line up for the 2.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. On first down, they're going to run with Irving. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Following that play, an unfortunate development, Brock. It's Bucky Irving who was injured. Medical staff out providing some assistance. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down.
180.
Back to throw it. It's complete. This is Buka. There he goes again. Emeka and Buka. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers lead by 15 now.
49ers, 34.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 still to go here. This is second down. He's got it on the bootleg. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trail by 15. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. They pick the handoff. Now Stafford trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
At the 30-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Coach Kyle Shanahan ushering his 49ers offense back to the field. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Set. 280.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
Set.
And the 49er
First
down.
First down throw here for Stafford. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Stafford throwing again. Throw is caught. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. So second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford again. Samuel snags this over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
60!
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
Stafford from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here he is to throw. And they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, okay? Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
250!
Here he goes, one final shot. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The 49ers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So no time remaining, Brock, but the touchdown and now potentially this 2-point conversion can at least make it look a little closer. One final shot here. It's gone. And he'll get in. The 2-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.